humble pronounce at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan. On behalf of the Sri Sathya Sai Overseas Organization of New Zealand, I welcome all my Sai brothers and sisters all over the country to this inaugural session of our online programs that will continue until the birth anniversary of our beloved Bhagwan. These sessions will be cast every week and have been developed by our media team, which has been quickly set up in the last 2 weeks. And it's been headed by our brother Ravi Grover. And his team are doing a tremendous job already. The devotional team is also helping this media team to set up these programs for us. We will have speakers lined up as part of these programs from Prashanthi. We are in touch with the Prashanthi boys, and we'll have a list of speakers talking to us every month from Prashanthi. So that's again part of our theme, which says pathway to Prashanthi. And so this also connects us back to the abode of our Father, and that is Puttaparthi. So let us enjoy these programs, which will be put up every week, and we will have flyers coming out to you to announce the programs more in detail. But I'm sure the communications team and the regional coordinators and the regional presidents will be circulating this information to you in due course. The organization as such, the Sri Sathya Sai Overseas Organization, has started to function now, and we have appointed office bearers. We have got regional presidents, we have got regional coordinators, and we also have our National Council team that is looking after these programs, events, and activities. So be rest assured that we will soon be functioning after these lockdowns are over in Auckland and elsewhere. We will have all our teams working really actively with the community, and that is what we are laying stress on, that our centers should participate and be part of the community in terms of help, in terms of service, and in terms of their programs. So our theme and our stress is the centers should become more active, the centers should become more participative in the community, and the centers should be given chance to make decision making at the regional levels and at national levels, so that our programs are more endearing to the members who form part of the centers. Now also we are talking about having satsangs when the lockdowns are lifted, and also workshops where we all will again meet and talk and discuss our programs and discuss how we go forward with unity. See, the organization, the Sri Sathya Sai Overseas Organization, is for cohesion, for unity and cooperation, and we will see that we'll work in that theme all over the country, and we'll see that more and more members will be participating in the events, the activities, and also in decision making. But again, not distracting from what we are here for today. This is the inaugural session of the online programs, and I'm sure the content will be very interesting in the weeks ahead. We have good programs that are being lined up, and we'll hope and we wish and pray that all members please tune into these programs and give this media team, the devotional team, encouragement to bring up more interesting programs. Yes, as I told you, the Prashanti boys are also lined up, and they will also be participating on a monthly basis, giving talks. The talks will be primarily on spiritual matters and also matters that are of interest to you. All the members in different centers are also requested to suggest some topics that interest them more and most, and then we'll also convey that back to those speakers. Some of them could be even Sai students from Australia who would be asked to speak on some occasions. So please, also I just before I forget, the service team has started very well. Sister Nidhi Venu here have already linked up onto a national program which will be sending food parcels to the children and communities in Fiji. That's one of our national service programs that's coming up. And also we have our devotional wing doing a lot of programs that are of interest to the centers, and they are planning ahead for the birth anniversary and Akhanda Bhajans. So let us all work unitedly, let us all work as one team, and let us all see the dream of us connecting to Prashanti, us connecting to our Swami, who is always with us, who is always in our hearts. Sai Ram.
I offer my humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba on this auspicious occasion of the launch of Pathway to Prashanti. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Om Sai Ram to all. First of all, I'd like to thank Swami for giving me this opportunity to be back actively in his divine fold. We are all here not by chance. Believe this. Each one of us have personally been chosen by Swami to take his organization to the next stage in his divine mission and to raise our own spirituality. Even through this opportunity that has been given to us by Bhagavan, it is not for his benefit, it is purely for ours. Some of us were so content and comfortable in our own world till this challenge awakened each of us, and it has never been a better feeling than ever for me personally. Brothers and sisters, I'd like to share with you all today my journey to Prashanti. In 2010, we were blessed to plan our first visit to Prashanti. Before we left, I prayed to Swami that please Swami, bless me with your darshan even if I am standing a kilometer away from you. That was my only expectation from this trip. I had heard of devotees sharing their personal interaction with Swami with interviews, etc. But the yearning for me was just to have a view of Swami. Once there with Swami's blessings, we joined the international choir. Since it was our first trip to Prashanti and our first time in the Christmas choir, we were spoiled with privileges. We were elated beyond belief that when we were told that we will get the best sitting in Kulwan Hall during the choir performance. One day before the performance, by chance, I met our own beloved brother Ravi Grover, whom I will forever be indebted for what he told me that day standing in Kulwant Hall. After I shared that I was part of the international choir, he said to me, if Swami looks at you, just say Pad Namaskar. During the choir, I couldn't believe that Swami, I felt, looked at me. And what I did, exactly what Bhaiya has said. Swami, Pad Namaskar. The choir finished and Aarti was done, and as you all know, Swami used to leave after Aarti. I thought that I had mistaken, that Swami looked at me, whilst I was beyond belief already and content that I had seen Swami literally from within meters and still staring at Swami with every breath while there. I just had the word photo. I still don't recall how, without even standing on my feet, I slid on that marble floor of Kulwant Hall and got to the center of Swami's wheelchair was positioned. I was probably third or fourth behind the chair when I felt someone grab me from the front and pull me towards Swami's chair. It was one of Swami's aide, and he said, Brother, you stand here, right behind Swami, and he himself ducked behind Swami's wheelchair. While standing there, how could I not touch Swami? With the gentlest way, I stroked Swami's shoulder. Brothers and sisters, my point is, he will never disappoint. Renu and I have been blessed with a picture of that evening together with Swami that is a gift of my life. I've been blessed in every trip to Prashanti thereafter, and I have been spoiled by Swami in every one of them. Our second trip was with the New Zealand decoration team, and in that trip we were blessed to decorate Prashanti for Christmas. And also New Zealand was blessed with the opportunity to replace all the photos we all see on the walls of Kulwant Hall. I was blessed with many other brothers to literally hang those photos in the mandir. On my last trip again with the decoration team from New Zealand, I was again blessed to do Aarti in Kulwant Hall together with Uncle Mike, Brother Venu, Brother Krishna, Brother Murali. Brothers and sisters, without the organizations aligned to Prashanti, would I have ever in my lifetime get these blissful, life-changing opportunities? How could I not align myself with Prashanti via this beautiful organization? It would have been so easy for me to say now that I've had all these beautiful experiences in Prashanti, why should it matter to me anymore? No, brothers and sisters, Prashanti is Bhagavan's home, our home. We can never be disconnected from it in any way. Yes, without the organization, I could have still seen Swami in his physical form from 50 to 100 meters away. But what about everything else that Swami has blessed me with? Finally, I'd like to conclude by saying, all of you have made the right choice to remain connected with Prashanti, and many of you have been blessed in so many ways. Never forget that this is your own journey, your own sadhana. Listen to your heart. Be honest to your own self. What do you want? What would your Swami want? Welcome to the launch of this blissful sadhana for all of us to embrace. May Swami continue to guide us and lead us through this pathway to Prashanti. Jai Sai Ram.
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 श्री राम राम राम
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 राम
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 श्री राम राम राम
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 श्री राम राम
पाप कटे दुख मिटे लेत राम नाम
आप कटे दुख मिटे लेत राम नाम
भव समुद्र सुखद नाव एक राम नाम
भव समुद्र सुखद नाम एक राम नाम
परम शांति सुख निदान दिय राम नाम
परम शांति सुख निदान दिव्य राम नाम
निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम
निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम
माता पिता बंधु सखा सब ही राम नाम
माता पिता बंधु सखा सब ही राम नाम
भक्त जनर जीवन गण एक राम नाम
भक्त जनर जीवन धन एक राम नाम
भक्त जनर जीवन गण एक राम नाम
भक्त जनर जीवन धन एक
Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Shri Ram Ram Ram.
My humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Sai Ram to you all. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna had declared, Yada yada hi dharmasya grani bharvati bharatha abhyutanam adharmasya tada atmanam sajami aham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkartam dharan santhapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Whenever there is a decline of righteousness and rise of evil, the Lord incarnates from time to time to uphold the righteousness, to protect the virtue, and to uproot the evil. I feel very blessed. I feel extremely blessed whenever I'm given the opportunity to speak about Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, and especially about my beloved Lord, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba Ji. We call him lovingly Swami. Nothing gives me more pleasure and happiness. Nothing gives me more satisfaction in life than remembering my Lord, speaking about Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba Ji. Lord Rama came. We heard the stories. We read the Ramayana. We've seen the series on Ramayana. But I did not get the opportunity to see him in person. Lord Krishna came. We have seen the Mahabharata series. We read Bhagavad Gita. We read Bhagavatam, the Leela of the Lord Krishna, but never had the opportunity to see Lord Krishna in person. Earlier avatars, Lord Rama and Krishna were confined to a region or a country. Their influence was restricted to a few regions or countries with a limited following. But for the first time, we have seen the avatar of the age who lived amongst the people, who had corrected, advised, sheltered, rehabilitated, clothed, fed, educated, nursed, cured, guided, and transformed people every day, every hour, rather I would say every second. No rest, no sleep. Honestly, I have seen Lord the divine love walking on 2 feet. The avatar who were given for the first time an absolute opportunity in the history of mankind to get the first-hand experience what God looks like, what are his characteristics, and how he cures people, he guides people, and also what he expects from his devotees. I won't be wrong if I say Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba has been the most accessible avatar. Swami avatar. A lot of people have doubts, a lot of people ask questions. Those who believe, no explanation is necessary. And those who do not, no explanation is possible. I remember Swami used to say, come, examine, experience, and develop faith. Coming back to avatar. Why do they come? The scriptures say, avatars come for Dharma Rakshan, protection of the right conduct. Avatars come for Bhakt Rakshan, protecting the devotees. Avatars come to protect Veda, Bodhi portion, Vidwan portion, nurturing of the scholars. If you look at it, Lord Rama was the avatar. When he came, he destroyed the wicked people, adharmic people. But demons were outside the region. He had to go out. Lord Krishna came. He also destroyed the wicked people. And wicked were within the family. But today, in this Kali Yuga, Dharma and Adharam, right conduct and the wrong conduct, both exist in the same individual. Destruction of Dharma, Adharma would mean to destroy the entire humanity. Do you know the lack of fear is also considered Adharma? Lack of fear of sin is considered Adharma. And the fear can be brought out in 2 ways, by punishment or through love, like a mother. Let me remind you, in Satya Yuga, Rishis has to work hard, long period of time, and be satisfied with a brief glimpse of the avatar, of the darshan, of the vision of Lord. In Treta Yuga, Vanasena enjoys the privilege of conversation with Lord Rama, Sambhashan, that is dialogue. In the Dwapar Yuga, Gopika receives the grace by the touch of Lord Krishna, Saparshan and Sambhashan. And in the Kali Yuga, Satya Sai Baba granted all his devotees all the time, all the 3 forms, Darshan, Saparshan, Sambhashan. No avatar has done this before. No avatar has been going among the people, among the masses, among the millions, counseling them, guiding them, consoling them, uplifting them, directing them to along the path of Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa. Swami chose to restore the Dharma by transforming a Dharma through his motherly love. I remember Swami used to say, if somebody asks you, have you seen God? You say boldly, yes, I have seen God. He lives in Puttaparthi. Isn't it? Now coming back to the avatar. Coming back to actually Prashanti Nilayam, where the avatars live for 85 long years in the physical body. Let me ask the question. Why do people visit the spiritual places? Some say we go to the spiritual places because there's a lot of positive energy, a lot of positive vibration there. Even people go to temples and they believe, they feel it. There's a lot of vibration is there, a lot of energy is there. People visit Ayodhya. Why? Because Lord Rama was born there around 20,000 years ago. And yet, till today, the energy is felt. People visit Rameshwaram. Why? Lord Rama installed the Shivlingam there, did the Shivling Puja, Shivling Aradhana. He prayed to Lord Shiva. People still feel the energy. People go to Chitrakoot. Here, Lord Rama, Mata Janki, and Lord Lakshmana lived there for long, 12 to 13 years. People feel the energy. People go to Mathura. Lord Krishna was born there. And he did Leela in Vrindavan. He had Gita in Kurukshetra. And he left his body in Bhalka Tirath. That is called place called Bhalka Pilgrimage. This is in Gujarat. Lord Buddha, born in Lumbini, enlightened in Bodh Gaya, which is in Bihar, and left his body in Kushinagar, which is in Uttar Pradesh in India. People believe these places are still vibrant. They're echoing the energy of the Lord with a positiveness, with a healing energy. People feel the love of the Lord there. What about Prashanti? What is the meaning of Prashanti? Prashanti means supreme peace, eternal peace. Prashanti Nilayam means abode of eternal peace. Do you know this is the birthplace and the headquarters of the sacred mission of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba? Let me tell you something very important here. Prashanti Nilayam is the Janam Bhumi, is the birthplace of the avatar. Prashanti Nilayam is the Leela Bhumi, the playground of the avatar where Bhagavan Baba did all the Leelas, divine sports, right from the birth till he left the physical body. Prashanti Nilayam is the Karma Bhumi of Bhagavan, where all the humanitarian work started from here to elevate the suffering of the needy. Prashanti Nilayam is the Upadesha Bhumi of Bhagavan, where he gave divine discourses for so long. Prashanti Nilayam is the Tyaga Bhumi of Bhagavan, where he sacrificed everything for the sake of humanity. Prashanti Nilayam is the Prema Bhumi, where he showered love on one and all. Prashanti Nilayam is the Vidya Bhumi, where he had given education to one and all. Prashanti Nilayam is the Veda Bhumi, where Vedic mantras are chanted daily in the correct intonation, day and night. I won't be wrong if I say altogether, Puttaparthi, Prashanti Nilayam is the Punya Bhumi, is the holy land, is the holy place, holiest of the holy place. Did you ever realize, Swami, my beloved Bhagavan, the avatar of the age, who has walked for 85 long years, 85 long human years. Think about the bhajans, mantra chanting, all the spiritual activities been taken in Puttaparthi, in Prashanti Nilayam. I remember Shirdi Baba used to say, his samadhi and his bones will speak, and they will bless the devotees. Let me assure you, I'm saying from a personal experience. Swami's samadhi acts like the transmitter, vibrating the positive energy, vibrant energy. And not only that, Swami's samadhi is vibrating the divine love at all time, 24/7. Every particle, every atom in Prashanti Nilayam is vibrating with divine love and blessings. I remember Bhagavan Baba said once, Sai Kulwant Hall is the service station, is the divine service station for devotees. You go to Puttaparthi, you sit down in Sai Kulwant Hall, close your eyes, think about Bhagavan Baba. Your all problems vanish. Medical problems have been solved. People come with various issues, various problems. As soon they enter the aura of Prashanti Nilayam, their problems start going away. There are stages of medical treatment. People say allopathy, homeopathy, naturopathy. I say all in one is a Puttaparthi. In addition to the World Pilgrimage Center, Swami has given us Sai Organization. Swami has lent us his name. Onus is on us that we do not tarnish his name. I don't want to say that. But Sunday, 24th April 2011, when nobody ever imagined what could ever happen, but it actually did, our Divine Master decided that he has given his teaching and must not depart, withdraw his eternal form, go from form to formless, to his omnipresent aspect. The eternal Lord dissolved into eternity, leaving his devotees to come of age, to behave with responsibility, with human and spiritual values, and practice love in action. We ought to have a methodology to serve the avatar mission. Swami has given the method. Swami says, serve everyone with an atmic feeling. That is, say, we are serving the Atma, the God, residing in every individual. We need to treat every act at the service of God. We want to serve Swami. The best thing we ever had in life, we were given the opportunity to become the part of the mission of Bhagavan Baba, to spread divine love, to serve people, to love people, to alleviate the suffering of the poor, suffering of the needy. We must vibrate and radiate the divine energy of Bhagavan Baba. Though his samadhi is working as a transmitter, sending the energy away all over, we are supposed to grasp this energy and give it to people wherever we go. Here we have devised a program, a weekly program. How do we become devotee of Swami as he expects us? We still need to learn. We still need to walk on his path. We still need to imbibe all the values. To start with, especially in the period of COVID and lockdown, people are getting depressed. As a Sai Organization, we have started a weekly program. On Mondays, we have online study circle. Study circle is meant to be steady. It helps us to understand the teachings of Bhagavan Baba. We discuss Swami's words, we discuss Swami's teaching and the application in the life. How do we apply in life? We're going to have online classes every Monday. It will be communicated to you the time, at what time you're going to start, and the links will be given. On Thursdays, we have devotional program, bhajans. On Saturday, we are going to invite speakers who have a lot of experience in Bhagavan Baba. They will come online and spread the divine love. We announce very soon all these things. I just want to make one point. If you have problem with your tap at home, the water is leaking, what would you do? You would call a plumber to come and fix the leaking tap. If you have problem with some electricity or some wiring is damaged, whom would you call? You will call an electrician. If you have problem with the road outside, the road is damaged, who would you call? The road doesn't belong to you, it belongs to the city or country. Or let's say it belongs to the council. You will call the council to come and repair the road. Similarly, Bhagavan Baba mentioned once, revealing the purpose of his advent. He said, I have come to re-establish the rhythm of righteousness in the world and repair the ancient highway to God, which over the years have systematically deteriorated. To repair the ancient highway to God, which over the years has systematically deteriorated. Try to understand the word systematically deteriorated. First thing is the ancient highway to God. In the highway, you move very fast. There are no traffic lights. Supposed to be, like we call it motorway or freeway. But highway goes to the God, and that highway been damaged over the period of time. Who has damaged the highway? Not Swami, not Bhagavan. We have damaged the highway. Therefore, Swami has come to help us to repair the damaged road. We lead that toward the Godhead. God means toward the self-realization. And Swami would mention the entire purpose of Sai Organization, what I understand is to awaken the inherent divinity, isn't it? How do we do that? How do we do that? How do we realize we are God? When our mind is not clear, our buddhi is not clear, our vasanas are there, they are not being eradicated. First thing, we need to find out the 6 inner enemies. Kam, Krodh, Moho, Lobh, Mad, Matsar. Kam is desire, can be lust as well. Krodh is anger. Moho is attachment. Lobh is greed. Mad is ego. Matsar is jealousy. We need to work on ourselves in such a way we must be able to uproot the inner enemies from us. All the inner enemies must be eradicated from our system. Only then our mind, our buddhi, let's call it mind, where all the vasanas are deposited. Vasana for many lifetimes are there. They have to be uprooted, eradicated in totality. Only then we will have some room to become divine. We have to work within. We need to cleanse ourselves. Therefore, I mentioned earlier, when you go to Prashanti, when you're seated in the Sai Kulwant hall, because Bhagavan Baba have lived there for 85 years, Swami has vibrated the entire energy, positive energy, divine energy, energy of love, energy of positive feelings. He walked amongst the people. Day and night, Veda chanting are being going on. Day and night, bhajan are being singing. Day and night, all dramas are going on. All the students are conducting dramas. The people all over the world gathered there together under the same roof to sing the glory of God. All people have God consciousness involved. And Swami Samadhi, as I said, the transmitter is vibrating the positive energy all over the world, just like you got a tower for mobile phones. Sometimes you lose connection when you're driving because it's not getting the signal. But Swami is energy, is everywhere, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent Bhagavan is. It will never lose the signal. Let me tell you one thing. I remember Bhagavan Baba saying that karma never loses the address. Doesn't matter where you live in the world, your karma will follow you. But if we realize now we have got the opportunity to uplift ourselves, to understand ourselves better with the teaching of Bhagavan Baba, Swami, I call it lovingly, time is now. Swami came to repair the ancient highway to God, which over the years been systematically deteriorated. He has done it. It doesn't mean Swami walking on the road and fixing the damage. No, Swami has prepared his devotees to fix up the problem. Swami left at the age of 85 years, human life, of course, human life 85 years. He had imparted entire knowledge, entire love unto all of us who are so-called devotees. Now they have to take up, they have to step up now to the next level to fulfill the God's promise. That's why I said when you go to Prashanti, when you sit in the Prashanti or Swankulvant Hall, what happens there? Because so much positive energy is there. You just sit down, close your eyes, you find solution to the problem yourself. Because your buddhi cleanses there. Therefore, I will always urge to each and everyone, please be sure, make a point that you visit Puttaparthi at least once a year. Clean yourself, upload all the garment, download all the garment, take it off from the head and upload with the divine energy. They call it charging your batteries. It's a divine workshop, honestly. That makes you to go inwards. But how does the energy work? Some people say, oh, I don't believe in divine energy. I don't believe there's a positive vibration. Let me give you one more example. During the time of COVID, I noticed lot of places, lot of hospitals were lacking or short of oxygen concentrators. What is oxygen concentrator? It's a device which extracts the oxygen from the atmosphere. There's a device, there's a machine got a one pipe going to your nose, other pipe maybe outside, it picks up, it extracts. It extracts the oxygen from the air. Air has got oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and so on, whatnot. It only pulls the oxygen from there, go to the process, and gives the oxygen to your nose. Right? What about dehumidifier? A lot of places where people have a lot of what they call water drop in the air, places which are very humid, especially in New Zealand. It's very humid. Every house got a dehumidifier. What the dehumidifier does? It picks up the water vapors from the atmosphere and fills the bucket there. Is that right? Nowadays we got a solar panel. It takes the light, sunlight, and converts that into electric energy. Everything coming from the atmosphere. Similarly, the divine and positive energy is vibrating all over, especially more in Puttaparthi. Once you sit down and tune yourself to Swami, you will absorb the positive energy. It's up to you. Before I forget, Gayatri mantra has a power of absorbing the positive vibration in the atmosphere. Doesn't matter where you live, you'll still get it. That's why Swami has repeatedly said, chant Gayatri Mantra. So, everybody can't go to Prashanti. We are living in New Zealand here. It's a lockdown. Even though it's not a lockdown, everybody cannot go to Prashanti. Prashanti, as I said, is the eternal peace. Prashanti Nilayam is the abode of eternal peace. But we can make Prashanti here, in New Zealand where we're living. Not only the science center, every house, every city, every state, the whole country can become Prashanti. To make that is the inner state of mind. Prashanti is the inner state of mind. But how do we do that? We have set up a sadhana plan, as I mentioned earlier. Because at the moment it's a lockdown, we want to provide the platform and opportunity to people, to devotees, through digital media. To start with, we are having three things. One is, on Mondays, we have study circle, I mentioned before earlier as well, where we pick up one small topic. Let me call it, we pick up a topic on anger. And people who are connected to the digital media, we can discuss the point, how to apply the teaching of Swami so that we are not trapped with the anger. How do we control our anger? We need a practical methods. You can pick up a topic. You can pick up a topic for Ramayana, for Mahabharata, Gita, Bhagavatam, Bible, Quran. And we pick up the topic and work on the applications. And believe me, I'm involved with study circle for the last 27 years. It really helps. You start doing the right thing. This is not for only for the divine devotee, for everyone. So sadhana plan on Monday, we will have a study circle. On Thursday, we have a devotional singing, we call it bhajans. Singing the glory of God. All aspects of God. Possible in multiple languages. And then on Saturday, we will have the invited speakers from Prashanti, from Puttaparthi, experienced, old, dedicated divine Sai devotees all over the world who have got abundance of wealth of experience with Bhagavan Baba. Swami, actually, I remember saying once that he had laid down the methodology, which is very important for all of us to understand. Serve everyone with Atmic feeling. Thinking the same God, same Atma reside in another person. First time. Treat every service as the act of God. Surrender yourself in totality, which is very easily said, very hardly seldom done. So what we will do, we will develop all this attitude, all this habit through the study circle. Attend. If we want to become divine, if at all we want to become divine, if at all we want to call ourselves the Sai devotees and help others to follow the right path, what is spirituality? Spirituality is having courage and determination. Spirituality is having courage and determination to listen to the inner voice at all times and walking on it. First thing, we must have courage to listen to the inner voice, the voice of the God. Then we must have determination. Now I will walk on it. I'll follow the instruction given by divine self, the God within. At all times, you will never go wrong. You will never ever go wrong. I'm not saying you listen to the mind. I'm not saying listen to the vasanas. I'm saying listen to the divine self, the God within, the inner voice, the voice of the God. And that will come with practice. That's why we have developed the sadhana plan to start with. And I'm sure in time to come, you will feel the difference in your life. Though the sadhana plan looks it's only 3 items a week, but once you start following it, believe me, you'll love it. Oh, my beloved Swami, my beloved Ma, Sai Ma, I'm gratefully indebted to you for granting us the boon to be born in the age when Avatar were physically here, in your vicinity and proximity, for showering your unconditional love on us. In gratitude, I bow my head at that divine lotus feet. Om Shri Sai Ram.
जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शिवजना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपदाना ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवं पर्यन्तरु नीवे स्वामी पर्यन्तरु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ जय ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगलारती मंगलगिरिहारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण 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 ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण 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 ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति।
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
जय।